my gosh, that XP rate. Hey, welcome back, friends. So I'm going to be showing the maximum amount of experience per hour that you could possibly get with this soul altar here. It does include teleporting quite a bit, so you are going to be needing the Wicked Hood, and I personally am using Wicked Hood recharges. This is going to be the best way of using the Wicked Hood recharges, and I had about 12 in my bank, so I wanted to show you what the experience rates you can possibly get from this soul altar with that. If you didn't see from that first clip, you get insane experience drops. It does take a little while to charge up to that amount of experience, but you get 77,000 experience in one drop. That's a combination of charging up the soul altar 4 times with 25 charges apiece. As you can see from the charging that I was doing right now, it does take about 2.5 minutes to charge up a quarter of the soul altar. So you're going to have to do it 4 times. And every single time you're going to have to deposit 100 essence, so that's 1.5 to 2 teleports with the Wicked Hood every single time you're charging the soul altar. Something to note though is you can withdraw essence from the Wicked Hood every single day. You can get 150, I believe, essence. Don't quote me on that. So that's 1 teleport that you won't actually have to do, or 2 teleports more accurately. So all you do is deposit into this charger here, so that you can get up to the 100 essence, which will be 25 charges. Then you right click on it and you charge the altar. This is currently the 2nd time of charging the altar for me with the soul essence, or whatever you want to call it. I'm powering the altar. So right now I am just about halfway to my next 77,000 experience drop. You can get that drop every 12 minutes if you have teleports to get back and forth to the soul altar extremely quickly. It takes 10 minutes of AFKing time because you're going to need to charge it with the 100 charges. It takes about a minute teleporting back and forth. I am currently using the AFK-Soul ring just so that I can get infinite teleports back and forth to a bank, which is not that big of a deal. You don't really have to have the AFK-Soul ring. You could use something like the Ring of Dueling. Max Cape also gets you directly to another bank, so don't feel like you need this exact ring. You can also use other things. I believe the Wilderness Sword is also another decent option. All you do is teleport to a bank here. I believe I am actually out of teleports right now, so I will go ahead and show you the Wicked Hood teleport token. Just left click on it and you will get 3 more teleports every single time you'd like to do this. Now I'm being a little bit inefficient here. I'm not using an Abyssal Titan or anything like that. Also, I don't have the Infinity outfit. If you have either of those and you're willing to use them, go ahead and use those. They make it so that your teleports are a little bit more worthwhile. It's not really going to increase your experience rate substantially, but it does make it a little bit more efficient teleport wise. I currently don't really care too much about the experience or anything, so I'm not worrying about that. So I just deposited 65. I'm going to check the storage really quick. I do have 100 essence in there, so go ahead and charge it up one more time. This is going to be my 3rd time of charging up. And honestly, there's not really a whole lot to it. Once I get 100 charges on here, I'll come back to you guys and show you what you do once you get to the 100 charges on the soul altar. So we just managed to get up to the 100 charges on the altar, as well as having 42 extra essence. So this is when we're going to actually have to go through the abyss instead of just teleporting directly to the soul altar like I was doing before. So what you're going to do is you're going to have an Amulet of Glory on. It's the same way as you always get to the abyss. During this time, this is when you would be repairing any pouches that you need repaired, assuming that you don't just use the repair pouches from Lunar Spellbook. That is another option if you prefer. I always personally bring another set of essence with me, so that's... Ooh, watch out for PKers here. I'm gonna make sure he's not PKing or anything. No, it looks like he's actually doing Abyss rune crafting as well. So you want to watch out for PKers, because this demonic skull makes it so that you can be PK'd by anybody, and it's also worth 500,000 GP, so it makes you a pretty big target for getting PK'd. I did get PK'd once, which is why I don't actually have a small pouch. If you haven't already seen, I have my 300,000 rune crafting experience per hour guide. I do have that up already, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description down below. But all you have to do is go to this soul rift right here. Now we already have the 100 charges on this soul altar, so I personally drop 1 pure essence and craft all these soul runes. You get the 77,000 experience drop. So if you weren't already noticing, I do have to deposit it into the charger here. If you weren't already noticing, you also get 10 experience per every single time that you charge up the altar. So I'm actually getting 78,000 every 12 minutes. And if you multiply that out, it ends up being 390,000 rune crafting experience. Now you do need teleports on your Wicked Hood or some other way of teleporting to the soul altar. Hopefully they will release, like the rune crafting guild, they'll have the teleports to the soul altar with that, and that will save you quite a bit of time, because this is 80 extra thousand experience in rune crafting every single hour. You do have 3 free teleports on your Wicked Hood every single day, so it's probably worthwhile just to use them, just making this a daily essentially, just using them to make a couple of soul runes. You aren't going to get a full charge every single day with the Wicked Hood, so only some days you'll get 77,000 experience, but you'll probably get approximately 60,000 experience a day at the rate of about 400,000 rune crafting experience per hour. So definitely worth, if you have this unlocked, to do it as a daily. If you do have the Wicked Hood teleports like I do, I can just grind this out for a bit. Each teleport gets me about 3/4 of that, so I could probably do this for maybe 3 or 4 hours without having to worry too much about running out of Wicked Hood teleport tokens. If you do have another way of teleporting here or something else, then that also works. But I'm just amazed by those experience drops. I was running through the abyss every single time to charge up this soul altar. That is not necessary at all. I only have to run through 5 times every single hour instead of once every single 2 minutes or so. Maybe once every 3 minutes I was running through. I'm running once every 12 minutes, so it makes it a lot less dangerous than the other method, as well as being a lot faster experience. Hopefully you guys all enjoy videos like this. If you do, go ahead and join up with all the friends and subscribe down below. I would love it if you guys leave a like and a comment as well, seeing how much you like this video. As always, have a good one.